Chapter 56. Liam's POV. 73. E55 vouchers. The days that followed blurred together in the best way. Happiness bloomed in our apartment. That's right, our apartment. The next day, I had sat Angela down after we had cuddled and slept together in my room. She was still recovering and it took all my willpower to stay away from her that night, but I didn't want her to think I was just a pervert. I didn't want her to think that I was just with her because I wanted her body. I meant what I said when I told her that I loved her. There was no questioning my love for her at all. She had looked at me with expectant eyes. "What did you want to talk about, Liam?" she asked softly, and I smiled, her voice teasing me softly. I was thinking, it's just a thought though, but now that we're past the fake relationship, I want you to keep living here. I told her, and she looked at me with a blank expression. I froze, thinking that I had done something wrong. I immediately rushed to correct myself. "Baby, I didn't mean it that you can't be independent or anything, just, you're safer here, with me. And I really have come to enjoy your company." "I don't." Angela placed her palm over my mouth, silencing me, and laughed. The sound was like a sweet melody ringing in my ears. When she stopped laughing, she removed her hand from my mouth and kissed me softly. After the night before, this was the first time she had initiated physical contact, and it pleased me to no end. When she pulled away, she kissed the tip of my tongue, the small action making me tongue-tied. Then, she looked at me. "You're really cute when you're nervous. And yes, I'll stay here with you, Liam." I had no plans of moving out just yet. I smiled and hugged her when she finished. After that, we lived and enjoyed the peace that came with our relationship. We hadn't made it official yet, and I had planned to do just that. What started out as a fake relationship turned into something real, and somehow, I was happy that she didn't run away from her real feelings for me. Angela and I moved through the days like we were learning a new language, soft touches, quiet laughter, shared looks that said more than words ever could. Everything felt tender, revered. Like we were both afraid that if we moved too fast, we might wake up and discover it had all been a dream. She started leaving her mug beside mine in the mornings. I started sleeping better with her curled into my side. We cooked together, burned a meal, ordered takeout, and laughed until our ribs hurt. Every moment felt earned. Precious. Real. And yet there was a shadow underneath it all. The police investigation stalled almost immediately. They found security footage from Angela's workplace. A van. Dark-colored. Plates obscured. No clear faces. No witnesses willing to come forward. Every update sounded the same: "We're following leads. We'll let you know. These things take time." Time didn't help the way I needed it to. Marcus stopped by 3 days later, his expression tight the moment I opened the door. Angela was upstairs, folding laundry, humming softly to herself. 12:12 Monday, January 26, GR. Chapter 56. 55 vouchers. She didn't notice him at first, but when she did, she smiled and greeted him warmly. Then, he turned to me with a serious expression. "We need to talk." I wanted to ask him about what, but he shook his head while gesturing at Angela. "Not in front of her," he said quietly. That alone told me this wasn't nothing. We stepped onto the balcony, the city stretching out beneath us. Marcus leaned against the railing, crossed his arms. "Sandra found something." My stomach sank. "What kind of something?" "The warehouse," he said. "The one where she was held. It's owned by a shell company. It took her a while, but she dug through the layers. And the board," Marcus continued slowly, watching my face, "is made up of a group of investors. Old money types. One of them is Ethan's father." The world tilted. "And Myers," Marcus added quietly. The words landed heavy. "Ugly. Dangerous." "That could be a coincidence," I said automatically. "It could be," Marcus agreed. "But coincidences don't usually involve shell companies and abandoned warehouses." My jaw clenched. Either this was bad luck on a catastrophic scale, or Ethan, or Maya, or both of them had their hands buried deeper than anyone knew. Angela laughed upstairs. The sound sliced straight through me. "I'm not telling her," I said. Marcus didn't argue. He just nodded. "I wouldn't either, not yet. Come on, let's head out." It's been a while. You let yourself unwind. I didn't want to leave Angela, but I didn't want to stay with her with this kind of fear either. I needed air. I went upstairs and watched her softly. She was so beautiful and so fucking mine. When she saw me, a bright smile appeared on her face. Are you and Marcus done talking? She asked sweetly, and I nodded. I moved to her and hugged her. I felt happy when she didn't pull away. Instead, she leaned into me. What's this for? She asked, and I held her close. For being here, baby. She chuckled softly, and I smiled. When I pulled away, my eyes searched for hers. You're so beautiful, it's impossible to take my eyes off you. I told her and watched her face redden. I kissed her cheek softly. Marcus and I are heading out for a bit. Will you be okay, baby? She nodded softly. Of course. Just don't be late, she replied, and I nodded. I won't, baby. I'll check in on you frequently. She smiled, and I kissed her softly, her body leaning into the kiss. When I pulled away, she was breathing hard. I rested my forehead against hers, unwilling to part with her. I love you, baby, I whispered and felt her smile. I love you too, Liam. I smiled and kissed her one more time before I left the house. That night, I drank more than I should have. 12/12 Monday, January 26, Gr. Archer. Love beyond human limits,